Now to start off this makeup tutorial, we're gonna go ahead and clean our face with this micellar water from Garnier. This is my favorite. It cleans all my dirt off my face. As y'all can see, it was pretty dirty. Now we're going in with this rose water. Don't really know what the purpose is, but it does make my face feel better, and it's really good to prep my face before I add my primer. Dry it up a little bit, do a little dance. Now we're going in with, of course, you already know, my Nivea Men Aftershave Balm, which I like to use as a primer. It's very good. I love how it smells. It's just a great primer, to be honest. Rub it in a little. Okay, I'm going a little too rough on the face, but it's okay. Just get your face ready for the foundation. But now we're going in and got my eyebrows on already. Didn't really want to show how I did them because it takes too long, and I'm going to do another video specifically on my brows. Here I'm going in with my Maybelline concealer that you guys have already seen, and I'm just covering up my acne marks, you know, the huge. But I'm over here acting like I needed the whole bottle, so I might as well just put the whole thing on. Gotta cover those eye bags because I don't get enough sleep. Just kidding, I sleep way too much. I like to cover the redness around my nose because that's one of the areas that it gets really red. So I like to cover it. That way when I apply my foundation, it's not very noticeable. Here I'm going in with my Real Technique foundation brush, and I'm just stippling out my foundation. Why am I lying? This is not even foundation, actually. This is my concealer. Sorry. Using my foundation brush to buff out my concealer. Now this brush that I have right here is the concealer brush, and I like to take this one and just use it for under my eyes and in between my eyebrows, you know, just to get into those smaller areas. Do another little dance. Now this is the Infallible foundation that everybody has heard of, which is amazing. I absolutely love it, and I know what you're thinking. Jasmine, this foundation is too yellow for you. This is not your color, girl. Get your life together. Like, I know, but it's that time of the year where my body is not, it's neither tan, it's not white, it's just like this awkward yellow color, and my face is a totally different color. So this foundation, once it's buffed out, it matches the rest of my skin. So please don't judge me. Yes, honey, get it everywhere. Get it on the neck, get it on those cheeks. Now buff it out again. Here I'm using the foundation brush, and now I'm actually using it for my foundation, getting it under the eyes, just making sure that it's buffed out everywhere because I don't want it to look streaky at all. Always make sure you blend out the neck area because sometimes you could forget and you're gonna walk out of your house looking like you have a mask on, and that's not okay.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Oh, okay. But yeah, and then he was like,
Now I'm going in with my Morphe concealer that I love, and again, it was only $4.99 as well. These concealers are so great and so full coverage. This is in the color nude, and I'm just getting my little doing my little triangles, you know, the usual routine. And I'm sorry that throughout this part I'm like, my lips are moving, but I was talking on the phone with my best friend because he's very rude and doesn't respect the fact that I was filming, which is why I had to do this voiceover. So just making sure that I'm getting under my eyes, on my chin, on my forehead, and I like to do the sides above my jawline just to make my jaw look a little bit more sculptured, and so I don't look like an egghead. And we buff out again. Honestly, this brush that I'm using, which is for my foundation, I absolutely love it because it buffs out my foundation, my concealer, like it just buffs it out so nicely. I always used to use my sponge, and I didn't think that this was good enough, but it is. I actually fell in love with it, and I've been using it ever since. Like I mentioned before, I like to use this little one to get in between my eyebrows, under my eyes, and just to make sure that there's no streakiness going on. Now I'm taking this baking powder. You could get it at your local grocery store. I like to get mine from Myers. I'm just kidding, guys. This is the Benai banana powder, and I'm just applying it on all those highlighted areas to make sure that the foundation doesn't move and I don't get sweaty throughout the day or oily looking. I don't know why I keep doing these little dances like I'm cute or something. Now to prime my eyes, I'm just taking some of that Maybelline concealer again. I just didn't feel like putting on primer, but this way works really good as well. Just use a concealer and put some translucent powder on top, and it will give you the same base that you're going for. And to achieve the rest of this look, we're going in with the Carly Byble palette, which I love, and it was only $14, guys. Cheapest palette I've ever purchased, and it's very pigmented, and I absolutely love it so much that I had to buy I purchased the second palette that she just came out with. And I'm sorry that I'm talking and I'm not even explaining what's going on in this video, but here I took that light color as for my base to set my base. Then I took this dark brown as a transition color for my crease, and here I'm just blending it out. And I know my lighting is still horrible. I still need to learn how to adjust it better. But this is kind of like a burgundy with a little tint of purple. And I was going to go for a halo eye, as you guys can see here. But then I decided to just put it all over the crease. Blend it out, blend it out. And as you can see with these pigments, with these dark pigments, it's very easy for you to get some fallout, which is why I kind of like to do my shadow before I do my foundation, but I didn't do that here. We're going to briefly go into the Morphe palette, the 35F, and we're going to be using these brand new shadows right here. These two burgundies, as you can see, I've never touched them before. They're brand new. And I'm going for kind of a monochromatic look. The burgundy that I applied on the bottom goes very well with this burgundy shimmer. And I just thought it would look beautiful together, so I did. I put them together. I put a little bit of concealer just to clean up that extra fallout that came out, and I set it again with some powder. And here I'm taking the same colors that I used on my lid and applying them on my lash line. Now you guys already know that this is my favorite liner from L'Oreal. I've been using this ever since I made my little haul, and I just absolutely love it. It's very precise, it's very pigmented, like it's very dark, which I love, and it just has a great grip to it. And if you struggle doing a wing liner, I would suggest you buying this or getting something very similar, because it's very easy to handle and very easy to work with, so it'll give you that perfect winged liner. And I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling a little bit about doing this because the camera was just like not cooperating. Now here I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible paints, and this is obviously in the color white, and I'm just creating half a line on the crease. I'm not going all the way, I'm just going halfway. Now that I have the line drawn on, I'm going back in with that burgundy that I have on my lid, and I'm just taking a little bit of it and I'm gently tapping it over the white, because I want it to look like a softer line and not so intense like it did before. And to highlight the brow bone, I'm just taking that light color that I used on my base just to emphasize that brow bone. And for my inner corner, I'm going in with this pinkish shimmer that was in the palette, and I just thought it looked beautiful. It was a very nice combination with this burgundy purple eye that I was going with. So I just thought it was very nice. Now just curl the lashes, add some mascara on the top, and add some mascara on the bottom. I don't even have any type of lash, so I don't even know what I'm doing here. But just go with it, please. Fix those greñas. Please excuse that person in the back who's being very rude and doesn't care about my YouTube career. And it's just being very interrupting. Look at that. She's just so rude. So rude.
Well, I didn't know. I thought you were just gonna record your eyes. Who's she screaming at though? That's what I want to know. Cute.
But take your Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and if you don't have it, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Take any contour palette that you might have or any dark bronze color and carve out some features in your egg-shaped head. Like in my case, I'm making my forehead a little smaller. I'm carving out some cheekbones because I don't have any. I eat too much, so like it's just pura carne, all fat. So I'm just carving out some cheekbones real quick. Carving out a jawline. And I'm soon gonna contour my nose because I need to slim it up a little bit. Look at me working my magic. And I'm doing my usual cleanup. So I'm taking that concealer brush that I use, and without applying any more product, I'm just using the one I already had to carve out that contour. And you guys already know that I love this setting spray also from L'Oreal. It's only 13 bucks, and that's the second spray bottle that I go through because it's amazing. And the reason that I'm applying this is because now I'm applying my highlighter from Wet n Wild that was only $4 freaking. It was $4 freaking. Look at that glow though. It's just so beautiful. But since I wanted something a little bit more intense and something to go more with my makeup, I decided to go back into my Carly Byble palette and take this pinkish highlighter. And look at that glow, guys. It is absolutely freaking beautiful. And the reason I love it is because it has like I mentioned, it has this pink tint to it, and it just went perfectly with that burgundy purple look that I had going on. And I'm just gonna pop on these lashes. Yep, popping on these lashes. Now to outline my lips, I'm going in with the all natural Milani lip liner. Gotta make sure you line out those lips before you add that liquid lipstick. And for my liquid lipstick, I'm also going in with the Milani, and this is in the color Adorable. I've used it before. This is one of my go-tos. Like, I love this color, but I feel like I've used it so much that I wanted to make it a little different, so I went over it with the Hard Candy Metallic Mousse liquid lipsticks as well, but they have a metallic finish, which I absolutely love. And I feel like by adding this metallic lipstick on top of that pink, it was just beautiful. On the camera it looks a little brown, but it was actually more of a pinky metallic-y color, and it was just beautiful. This is the final look. Somebody please give me a new sweater because I swear that I used this sweater already. But thank you for watching, and stick around for the next video.